Well, good evening. It is Saturday, April 27th, and I've spent the better part of my day completing this journal. So it's a little different than anything I've ever done before, and I've done a few things that I haven't done before in this journal. So this one is a spiral, and it flips from the top. So anyway, I'll go through the flip through, and if you're here watching, thank you. And I would love for you to subscribe if you're not already, because I have a contest going concerning once I reach 200 subscribers, I'm going to be giving something away, and I will spin for that. So first off, I have a dangle here, which is a specimen card. That's just dangling from the side. And then there's this little turn spot that holds in this tag that has a few little slices you can put things in. And I had, and all of this, 90% of this are digitals from March when I had, I was in my design team with Nonstop Paper Crafts, and I had leftover things I had already made after I finished my journal and my luggage case. And I didn't want that to sit. So I thought, let's find another way to use those. So here's another specimen card. And I'm just slipping it into this little pocket here. So, of course, it says Buzz into Spring. And I'm going to do it like this, because this page, when you flip it up, whoops, when you flip it up, it's, you know, landscape like this. So, you know, got all kinds of paper and things like that. I used a lot of my tea-dyed paper to put in journaling spots. This one's all wrinkled up like it's old. I'll just stick that back in here. Used a lot of laces and trims. And then I'll move this. I'm just going to do it like this. And here I had gotten some wonderful laces from a friend of mine. And I'm going to send her this video so she can see them. But I tea-dyed these laces. And I love how they turned out. They're very old and vintage. So you have this little tag. Has a journaling spot on the back. And then I have a tab on this one. Pull that out. And I made a flower cluster. I have tons and tons of these punched out, cut out flowers. And I just have them in a little box that say little flowers. And when I want something, I go in, I find the colors, the things I want, and I make them up. That one is also backed with tea-dyed paper. So this slides back under the belly band. And this goes on top. So we're going to go to this next page. So I think just yesterday I did a video about this kind of page here, which I call a tuxedo's pocket. And so I stamped on it. I have a altered paper clip that I had made a bunch of, and I thought, why not use it? Because when you flip this up, I don't want things to come falling out. Here's another tag. My sewing machine went on the fritz today, so I just did little stuff on it with a pen. This is from a Sunday school book, and the date on it is 1910. No, yeah, 1910. Woo, that's old. And then some more tea-dyed paper. And, you know, there are lots of places to journal in this book. Put this back in here and clip this back down with the altered paper clip so nothing gets lost. Flip it up this way. And here is a library card and another specimen card. This doesn't have a whole lot of much in it, but you can always write on these. You know, and sunflowers go with bees in spring, in my opinion, so there's a lot of that in here. A lot of pretty flowers. Flip this up. Now, this is something that I've only made one of, but I do love, and I will do it again. This is called a secret journaling spot. It doesn't look like anything in particular until you pull it out. And you have paper to write on. You know, and it's put together so that you really wouldn't know that's what it is. And I've used a lot of laces. Just a little cluster here, some eyelash trim, an old sheet that I kind of stenciled on. And here, this is what I'd never done. I watched a tutorial in Savage Art Junk Journals group on Facebook, and Arlene Perry has her YouTube channel called Creating in the Waiting, and this is a secret journaling spot for sure. Excuse me. This is the bottom of a paper bag that I have covered with paper. I cut, and when you open it up, look at that, isn't that cool? And I put a little paper pack in here, and I put stuff on the bottom, and then you can see that it has, you know, some more over here. I really did it up, and that was so fun. I had started sewing. Look, my sewing machine went wanky. I had started sewing on this. That's okay. I'm getting another one tomorrow. I don't know what it is about sewing machines and I. About the same as vacuums. Okay, so we're going to flip up this page. And so this booklet that I'm using came with a smaller one, and I used some of that for some of these pockets. This one, I just decided there were so many stamps in this kit that I could cut out, and I just kind of collaged them. And then I made a tag with paper, and can't see it, but I backed it with more of that Sunday school record book. And this is just tea-dyed paper. Kind of want it to go this way so you can see that nature. This is another new thing that I had never done before, and it does open. And there's just a little like tag bookmark in here, and it's backed with brown paper, like brown paper bag. Actually, it is brown paper bag, lunch bag, exactly from that paper sack that opened up to show you the bottom. I was like, oh, well, let's use this. I'm really into using things that are scraps these days. As a matter of fact, I've been doing some trashy journals. And then we get into a little color. This one, I just did a die cut, a few of my flowers. These two are punched out and built on, and these I'd already had, they're bought. And I just put track your blessings. The next page, inspire memories. I kind of like that we went to a different color track because, you know, so much of this is green. But this had some pink in it, so I inked some pink and also orange. And then I kind of did this up. And this is another journal spot. I used a lot of paper clips. It keeps things flat. A lot of times I want to wrap it in like lace and stuff, but it's got to fit in that pocket, so I kept it that way. More of the tea-dyed paper. And I have found that if I don't put some kind of a tab on the edge, myself for sure may have a hard time getting it out or getting it in. Sometimes getting it in, but getting it out, because if it slides down in there, it's hard to get out. So I'm putting tabs on things now. And then we had some more color. And, you know, I live my faith out loud, and I have all the hope in the world that I need. More of that beautiful lace from my friend Gayle. You could write whatever you want in there, put a picture, anything. And this is the last page, and I really kind of love this. So these pockets are from the other book, and I did some multimedia on them. So I took a stencil that was honeycomb, and I just dotted Distress Oxides and Distress ink, and then I laid my paper on it, rubbed it in, and went to town. And this one is a little different, and so, you know, just to kind of show you the kind of junk I use, trash, saving trash. This is a little label that was on something, gosh knows. It says Brad's, has the millimeters, it says 128 pieces, embellish it. Well, I embellish everything, so I thought, why not just put that on there, cover it with some die cut honeycomb, and go at it. So that's one pocket there. And this is also a pocket. And this is paper that, you know, similar to this. It's paper, though, that I went ahead and used the inks on. Stencils, just rubbed it in. And I just love doing mixed media. And it's not real beautiful on the inside. But guess what? You're just writing on it. You know, and if I tried to back it with some other paper, it would actually be too thick. So I thought, we'll just leave it like that. And I've had this stuff for a long time, and I thought, why not just wrap it? You know, I mean, that's more media, mixed media. And I left the back blank so that it can lay flat. But, you know, you could also display it like this, you know. So anyway, this is my journal, and I'm going to be giving creds to the people who gave me lace, showed me the tutorial, putting it in, you know, the groups that I'm in, so that you can check them out too. So thanks for joining me tonight. And if you have any interest in this journal, she is ready to find her new home. Hit me up and we can discuss price. She's not outrageous. She is bodacious, but she's not outrageous. Have a great weekend, my friends.